In this next section, you're going to enter 6 colleges or universities that you want to do some research on. And so you'll enter the names in A2 through A7. I've just chosen 6 random colleges and universities, and I'm just going to select A2 through A7 because the column widths are not large enough. So we're going to do something called the best fit or auto fit, and you click on Format, Auto Fit Column Width, and then it automatically takes the longest characters and adjusts the columns based on that. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to alphabetize your colleges and universities. So we're just going to click on the Data tab and click on, we're going to sort it here just A to Z. So we'll click there, and now they're in alphabetical order. Now you're ready to research and enter the data for tuition and fees, room and board, books and supplies, personal expense, transportation expense, average financial aid package, cost per credit, and the application fee. These other cells, we're going to be doing calculations in them, so you will not be entering the numbers. Also, you don't need to worry about doing any formatting, like adding dollar signs and commas. We'll be doing formatting later. This should be what your worksheet looks like once you've entered the numbers. I have just randomly put these numbers in here. They aren't the exact numbers. You'll have more accurate numbers when you do yours. This is just for demonstration purposes. So now before we go any further, we need to change an option setting in the options. So we're going to click on File, Options, Formulas, and we want to uncheck Use Table Names in Formulas. And click OK. Now we're going to use the sum function to add up the total for 1 year cost. So it's going to add all of these numbers together. And we do that by clicking up here on the sum icon. Notice now that it automatically selected all of the totals that we need. So it says B2 colon F2. That means sum up all the numbers between B2 and F2. And then when we hit enter, then you'll notice that it did the same thing for all of the colleges. So it automatically copied that sum function down. But notice here that it took B3 to F3, and keep your eye on this section, this part right here as I go down. So notice it's B4 to F4, B5 to F5, and so on. And again, we're going to delete that one because we don't need that one. And so that is this is demonstrating the relative cell referencing when we are copying formulas. The power of Excel is to be able to enter formulas and functions using cell references rather than values. So if I needed to change this number to 50,000, it automatically changes the total. So that is what is that is really the benefit of using formulas and using rather than values, using cell references. Next, we're going to calculate the total 2 year cost simply by opening. We're going to actually enter a formula, and we click on equal. That tells the system that we are going to enter a formula in there. And we can either type G2 because we want to use the 1 year cost, or we can just point to it, and that will give us G2. And then to indicate multiplication, we use an asterisk and then hit 2, and we enter. Notice it does the same thing. So now instead of G2 times 2, it's G3 times 2, G4 times 2, and so on. And we'll go ahead and delete. Then the last thing we're going to do is the same thing with total for your cost. We'll do the same thing, open up with the equal sign, click on H2, multiply by 2, and delete that last number, and then it automatically does a calculation. So that's what your spreadsheet should look like. And now we're going to save the workbook.